Figure it out.
Hello, this is Adam Corlick from Figured Out Productions. The following video is a video of some kind, and I hope you enjoy it.
Hey guys, it's Adam here, and I'm down in Dallas, Texas with the evil Rob Thanos. There you go. That's half his wallet going into game collecting right there. So yeah, well, we're down here. We got a bunch of different objectives. We're actually going to the video game museum tomorrow, and I've got the Sega Pluto with me. You can put two and two together on what's going on with that. Actually, you probably couldn't. You'd probably get it wrong. But it doesn't matter. Today, we have the extra day to kind of do whatever we want. So we've decided, we rented a car, which was its own stupid process, but we're going to go out and go game hunting and see if we can find any little treasures. I've contacted a couple of my local buddies here, see if they have any recommendations. We'll do our best to follow them, and maybe, just maybe, we'll walk away with some cool game scores.
We decided to hit up a game exchange right there. Now, this is certainly not a local thing exactly. I've seen these in other parts of the country. Actually, other parts of Texas, I believe. Like Austin, I think, has a few of these. But it's usually a good mixed media store of video games, DVDs, Blu-rays, that kind of thing. So we'll see. Maybe we'll find something.
We don't have them in Jersey. I've never actually been to one.
So we're out of the exchange there. I didn't end up getting anything. I found one thing I thought I needed, and then I was about to get it, and then I realized I didn't need it because I had it for the Xbox, and it happened to be the one thing that he liked.
Carmen Sandiego on the GameCube.
Yeah, there you go. I thought I needed it, but like I said, it has an Xbox version, so I'm like, I'm good, I don't need that.
And I'm the opposite. I like the GameCube version.
And that's fine. I'm glad he got something out of it, and I was somewhat involved in that little adventure. And then we went up to the counter to buy it, and then the girl was like, oh, I was going to buy that. I'm like, what is it? This game, this is the only thing anybody wants in here. It was really...
Everybody's looking for Carmen Sandiego. They just can't find her. That's the point.
The weird thing is they had 2 copies. Store number 2, Game Trade. Did you do any cursory research into this place? Any expectations?
Supposedly, they have video games.
So we came out of the store. The staff was super nice.
Yes, they were.
I would say the inventory was kind of a mixed bag. They're actually a legit authorized limited run seller. So they actually had retail stuff. So you actually got one.
Yeah, I got a limited run game, Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker.
They had 2 copies of it. He tempted me to get one, but then I didn't.
Then you didn't. And then I picked up this guy, which was a peculiar looking DS game. It's also from Canada, ironically, because it's French and English.
Oh, bonjour.
And yeah, it looks like kind of like a shoot 'em up. So, and it's kind of going up in price. So I got a really, really good deal on this.
Yeah, I got a couple of N64 games, but you won't see them until later, will you?
Spoilers.
Yeah, eventual video. But yeah, and the store was overall good. I would say it was more modern inventory, a lot of Xbox One, PS4, that type of thing. The GameCube selection was entirely sports games.
And Carmen Sandiego.
Yeah, I didn't notice that one. Actually, the only non-sports game I saw was a disc-only copy of Top Gun. But whatever. So yeah, not a bad store. Not a great store, but not a bad store. Rob, where are we?
L&T.
We're at L&T inside of like some sort of mall type of thing.
Flea market.
Flea market, indoor mall type of thing. Maybe we'll find an Apple Pippin and keep with that tradition. No Apple Pippin, but we found a blue PS3 and a green N64. Rob, look, they have you in stock.
So, some complaints, including from this guy, is, hey, when we're doing these videos, we're wandering around, when we go to a store, we should actually film in the store. Yeah. So I was ignoring that, because I hate doing that for a multitude of reasons. And then I was like, you know what? All right, fine. So I started to film in that store, and within like 2 seconds, you guys, why are you filming? Can you stop filming? Now you know why we don't do that. It's too much of a hassle. So, anyway, so that guy gave like a horrible first impression. Well, like, and then you were, I kind of gave up as soon as that happened. So you actually looked around at stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, this place, like, it was double eBay prices at times. It was really, really bad. They also, possibly the biggest pet peeve I've ever seen in a video game store, instead of having their games spine out, they had them stacked behind each other.
And, you know, it's not even like, here's the 360 section, whatever.
No.
It was just everything that's in the DVD case in front of everything else. So it's like, you can't find anything. So you'd have to, like, sort all through everything. You're just like...
It's like, here's your $35 copy of Mario World on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, like, everything was too expensive. It was just awful. The only thing, I will give the guy credit, though, he actually taught us one thing. Is as we were leaving, something caught my attention. And we saw this, like, what apparently is like a Mexican exclusive PS3 game. And he had like 4 copies of it. We looked online. It's not worth anywhere what he's asking for it. So we might just buy it, but like online. But it's like, dude, even with something cool like that, you still kind of just
Yeah, LNT games, yeah, avoid.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Wouldn't do again.
Wouldn't do again.
We've made it to our next stop out in Plano, Texas. We are at FX Game Exchange, and we'll see how this goes. Found this like really bizarre CD called 16 Superhero Themes. It's got Indiana Jones, which I don't remember him being a superhero, but it does have Superman, Batman. But then the back, it's got this big list. But if you look at it, it's from 1989, so this is like literally the year Batman 89 even came out. So random combination of stuff, but that's kind of neat.
So we just got out of there. Not a bad store at all. A little confusing, actually. So we were looking around at stuff, and everything had like a fake cover. So we just kind of assumed that it was like everything was disc only or something like that. It's one of those stores where they keep the manual and the games and all that like behind the counter.
Yeah.
And you don't really know if it's complete or not. So I wasn't planning on getting anything, but then I noticed this one game I actually did want. It was totally a good price for it, but again, the manual and all that wasn't in there. So then I went up to the counter and noticed he had like 3 copies of the exact same one sitting there. And then he was like, oh, it's kind of like a Blockbuster. You know, like the fake cases out front, real things in the back. And I was like, oh, yeah, give me one of those. And he was like, yeah, good timing too. He's like, the whole 360 Power, we're doubling the price on it tomorrow, which might be a sales tactic older than dirt. But either way, we're doing that. So I got the 360 game I wanted for a very, very good price, $5. And
I was very disappointed they didn't have the Franklin.
he did find a Franklin Game Boy Advance game, but we actually specifically asked the guy if they had that one box. He's like, no. It's like, oh,
No.
this man.
Only the best for my Franklin.
Yes, only the greatest for the goat. So these are what you might call Texas birds. Watch this. Drive. Look at this. Look at this. They do not care. They do not care. They do not care. These things are just like this is Hitchcock's The Birds right here, man. These birds do not care. I think we hit like at least 2. Like, it's ridiculous. So we just came out of a half-price Books in a parking lot that was swamped with birds. I laughed so hard I have the hiccups, so I apologize because I'm sure that's going to pop up. But yeah, the half-price Books was good. We got some video games. We'll show them to you guys eventually. I got stuff. And he got nothing, except that he's a teacher, so he actually got a 10% off coupon, which he was gave to me, but I guess it's permanent for him, so yeah. Anytime he goes to Half Price Books, he gets 10% off.
Yeah, we might actually go back tomorrow, because I had my eye. They actually had a box manual and inserts for Pokemon Blue on the Game Boy. No game, just the box. And it was like $120. So with like the 10% discount, like wouldn't be that bad. So thinking about that, maybe picking that up.
That might happen. I didn't do anything like that exorbitant, but I did get a nice little savings thanks to this guy.
A little bit of savings.
Actually, a little story this morning was kind of... So I wake up early because I'm used to flying around and stuff, and this guy is too, but he's also much lazier than me. Anyway, so while he's asleep, I get a message from a very nice guy named James, who had actually reached out to me like earlier this year, wanting to send me something, but it just never quite happened. And then he messaged me, he's like, wait, you're in Dallas right now? And then we figured out I'm only like 20 minutes away. So he was cool enough to actually drive out to the hotel and drop off something very special. And I did him a solid. I was like, hey man, I can't really do much for you other than let you see the Sega Pluto, which he was like, oh my God. Like, he was super into that. He had a lot of questions about it. It was really very cool. So stay tuned. But he gave me something very, very neat. We just came out of the National Video Game Museum, and man, did we see some cool stuff.
We scored some pickups.
Actually, he did.
I did.
That's the weird part. He did. You guys will see some of that other stuff in other videos. But now we're heading on to go pick something else up that we had to a store we had already been to.
Yeah. So yesterday we went to L&T Games and kind of trashed it a little bit. We didn't like it that much. There was one item in there that I was interested in, and I'm like, honestly didn't know if it was a good price or not. I hadn't seen one, and then we were at the museum, and behind glass we saw the exact same thing, and I'm like, I should probably go pick it up. So hopefully it's still there, but you know, we're gonna find out. We came back to J&T Games and a zapper. Kind of hard to find. It's like, you always see it with the action set
the control deck, but very rarely with the original box and everything. So had to pick it up. Very good price.
I think it's kind of hilarious because usually when we go to stores, we are kind of either like, oh, that was really good, or it's at least neutral.
Yeah.
This was the only store where we're like,
Like,
man,
nah,
no, don't go to this place. And all of a sudden he's like, we need to go back
We
to
need to
that
go back
place.
to like the Zapper.
So, I mean, props to them. They didn't change anything since yesterday. He changed his mind. So that goes to show you that sometimes you find value even in the ones you don't think there's potentially value in. You never really know.
Yep, give it a shot.
So this one's supposed to be quite special, right? Rob found it, electronics, video games. I've heard a lot about this. I know John Riggs was out here not too long ago. Of course, our buddy Brett Weiss spoke highly of it. Already inside. Look at this. This already got me. Look at this controller. I've never seen a 3DO controller like that. That's it's, you know, right in the opening, right in the door we walk in. That's the first thing I noticed. That tells you a lot. And I just handled 2 Sega Plutos and a Sega Neptune, and this has got my attention. So it's a very cursory look at it. Got some bunch of Sega CD stuff, Saturn stuff, lots of insane inventory. 3 copies of Calibri, the Hello Kitty Dreamcast, the blue one. Sakura Wars Dreamcast, I actually have one of those. I got it in a junk bin in Japan. A whole bunch of Genesis stuff, obviously, X-Band things. A lot of N64 variants. Look at that. Various colors. Some models I didn't even know were a thing. But, yeah, a lot of cool stuff. Lots of N64, of course. And that's separate. I actually really appreciate this. They separate domestic from import. However, like every other store, all they do is do Japanese and North American. Nobody ever does the European stuff. We got some consoles. I already showed you that controller, Neo Geo CD top loader. Some other. I just did a video on this actually, or well, I showed it in a video. Our Sears Video Arcade 2. Obviously PSPs and PS Vitas. Amiibos, that type of thing. Ooh, and of course some Sega hardware. Not quite the hardware we were handling today.
Okay, you don't have to get
no, I do have to. I do have to, Brett.
You don't have to get snooty about it.
I'm the only person ever who held two Sega Plutos and a Neptune in the same day.
Is that going to get some more dates?
Yes.
Okay.
My girlfriend is going to be like, yes, I'm all about that now.
All right,
I was about to break up with you, but now we're staying.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But hi, babe. But anyway, yeah, so there's a bunch of random stuff. Genesis multi-taps, Genesis 3s, all sorts of really cool stuff. Super Nintendos, NESs, GameCubes, as to be expected. Lots of games. A Josh or a Rob or whatever he's called now. A Rob Thanos is what we usually call him. Yeah, lots of stuff. Oh, and Magic the Gathering stuff, which I'm not into, but I played Soren. As I voiced him in a game called Mana Strike. If you ever play that, it's a mobile game. That character, yeah, that was me. So here's something that is kind of interesting as an observation. Maybe it's just a casual observation. We are in Texas, right? We are so in Texas. We are so in Texas that we're... Did you know, fun fact, by the way, Texas is so big, it's actually the size of Texas. I bet you didn't know that.
Pretty remarkable.
But here's the thing, Texas Instrument home computers, I never see these, but we've now seen like 4 of them on this trip.
Yeah.
We've seen it surprisingly, is it literally because it's Texas Instruments and it's just like we have to have it
I think
around?
they're more common around here. Yeah, I've got 2, so.
There you go. Because who doesn't have 2 Texas Instruments home consoles?
Gigantic Dig Dug box.
Yeah, there you go, guys. There's a nice little look at something that was actually at the museum now that I think about it. So we just walked out. We were in there for quite some time and found it. Now, funny things, we had the Pluto with us, and a guy, Trevor, who's running the place, was like, wait, can I see that? And we're like, yeah. We brought it in, we showed it to him. He thought it was amazing, and then you had a couple of random people like wandering around the store like, wait, what's that? And so a lot of people were like, oh man, you know, so people were really excited. So we got to show people the Pluto, which was a lot of fun. Yeah. And the store itself, you know, I mean, it was really quite neat. I showed you guys some footage already, but at the end of the day, they hooked me up with a couple of free games, which I'm going to try to not show you until the pickups video, but look, they're 360 games. There you go. Rob got some stuff too, didn't you?
Yeah, I got a limited run game because that seems to be the theme of the trip. It's Claire, the extended cut, so brand new, couldn't say no.
So, Brett, what exactly happened there as I was going to buy stuff?
Yeah.
Well,
this is on Brett, by the way. This is totally his fault.
On Brett.
I jokingly said, "Hey, you don't charge Adam Korlick, the infamous YouTuber, or famous actually." And you know, he brought in the Pluto guys. Come on.
This is not exactly how it played out.
I was joking.
He basically said, "What? You're not going to get stuff for free?"
Yeah.
And then what happened?
I was totally kidding. Oh, here, you know, what are you, Michael Jordan, Elton John, Michael Jackson, risen from the dead? You're getting stuff free? I mean, come on.
And then as soon as that's like, okay, the guy, Trevor rings all that stuff up, and then he's like, all right, here you go, here's your receipt. And I'm like, I didn't pay yet. He's like, you don't have to.
I'm out.
Return the games and get your money back.
Well, actually, what just happened right there at the end, buddy?
Oh yeah, so Adam's like looking for it because buy one get one free for like budget 360 games, and he's like, I don't know what I'm gonna get. Hold on to Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for me.
Yeah,
And-
for the friggin' like Ubisoft Xbox 360 Kinect game. I was like, I don't have that, I guess.
So yeah, we're going to leave, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot he
stole it. He
put
walked
it
out the
back.
door with it. He
I
did.
put it
I
back.
called him a criminal and said, go put that back.
Yeah, but
Well, here's evil Josh. Evil Rob.
Brett referred to him as Josh when he saw him today.
I'm so sorry.
It's great. No, he is evil. He's the evil.
oh, that's close.
He's the
So
evil
close.
Rob Thanos.
So the first thing I did was make him walk around all over downtown Dallas because I couldn't find my freaking car like an idiot. And then secondly, I called him the wrong name after hanging out with him for 3 hours last night and having an amazing time. And I'm just, I mean,
he'll just have to buy me fried chicken for dinner. Yeah,
I'm getting Adam free games, and I'm just completely dissing Josh over here.
It's not even close.
So yeah, guys, check
There's an
check
an
out
mode.
Found It. Where exactly are we? What's the city?
We are in Watauga, Texas, which is a suburb of Fort Worth. And yeah, Found Electronics. It's amazing. They actually started 10 years ago in a store that was about as big as a closet. It was 400 square feet. They basically repaired laptops and just did stuff with cell phones and whatnot. And they had a little pegboard on the wall of some video games. And they would price stuff really cheap. And I bought a ton of stuff from them for just dirt cheap. But now they're an actual major store with regular prices. But it's been really interesting seeing them grow. This is like their 4th location. It is a mega store. It's really fun to check out.
Realized I didn't actually shoot an ending while I was down in Dallas. Sorry about that. But thank you for watching, everybody. If you could please like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on all the social media stuff in the description. Please stay tuned. All the pickups and things will be in Playload. There will also be a video about the museum, which is the footage you're seeing here, as well as private access to the Sega Neptune, the white Sega Pluto prototype, as well as our black Sega Pluto prototype. So lots of stuff going on. There's also more adventures over on the Travel channel. The link to that stuff is in the description as well. Please stay tuned to all that. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all later.